Hello there, I'm Magic Adam, and welcome. We're going to be looking at the state of world war and conflict around the world. What can we expect in 2022? Before we do that though, be sure and check out my videos too that I did on the economy in 2022 and also coronavirus in 2022. What can we expect with those? Because all these things are connected. And be sure to subscribe because every month I'm doing readings on the world energy and individual horoscopes for every sign of the zodiac, including you. Alright, so with this reading I did look at every continent except Antarctica, and I include with Africa, the Middle East more or less, and this is just a general reading of the overall energy potential for conflict that we can expect in 2022. For North America, I am seeing the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is probably, you can't really imagine a better card in terms of war. So I'm guessing this is primarily the United States' influence in the world sphere, and I do not see its overall power being taken away or challenged in any significant way in 2022. South America, I am seeing the Knight of Wands, and this is a slightly uneasy card, and I do see a good amount of unrest in South America. However, as a Knight card, I don't see it as anything like the level of world war. This is maybe just smaller conflicts and local protests and things like that, internal conflict within countries. With Africa and the Middle East, a bit of a surprise to me anyways is this Three of Cups, which I think of as a reharmonizing energy, which overall is positive. So I would expect to see actually less conflict, less problems in Africa and the Middle East in 2022. Australia, the Lovers, this doesn't seem like a big surprise. Australia, with its kind of isolated position in the world, is not usually involved with a lot of conflict, so I don't anticipate much in the way of conflict in Australia and New Zealand. Alright, now we're getting to some interesting cards. With Asia, we have Justice, and for me, I'm thinking in terms of where this is, again, my conscious mind, not the energies that I'm reading, but just like if you asked like me based on what I know, I would say, oh, China, Taiwan, Pakistan, India, Russia, Ukraine. I would say Russia I'm including as generally part of Asia, whereas we'll get to Ukraine in a minute in Europe. But justice is usually, I think of it as you reap what you sow, and in terms of larger countries that have larger powers, so China, for example, and Russia, I don't see them as being like victorious. I see them as kind of being kind of balanced and having their power kind of pushed back if they are, I don't know if I want to say bullying, but using a larger power against smaller nations or smaller areas. That is typically how I read the Justice card, is you reap what you sow. So if you consider Russia or China as not really having the right to interfere with these other parts of the world, then you may see them as the ones being pushed back. That is what I'm seeing. I do not see, I don't imagine those countries, China or Russia, being destroyed or anything like that. But I do see like their kind of power being rebuffed a little, and how that's going to come about is, I think I might need to do deeper readings for some of these, especially Russia and Ukraine right now. And with Europe, perhaps the most interesting card, the Judgment card, which I think of as an overturning of a cycle or a new stage of development. And if it does result from some kind of conflict between Russia and Ukraine, it might be a revitalization, but it might have to come about through some level of conflict and violence, which would be unfortunate. So I plan to do a reading on Russia and Ukraine very soon, so be sure to subscribe for that. So that's the overall level of conflict that I'm seeing for 2022. Basically, South America, minor conflicts and minor energies, and Asia and Eastern Europe, I'm seeing the largest level of potential conflict. Be sure to subscribe for further tarot readings, and let me know if there's something you'd like me to cover in the comments below. I do monthly horoscopes and other readings, and I will see you there hopefully. Bye.